All right, so let's dive into tape number 2 for Shedeur Sanders. And here, just pick the UCF game, Central Florida game. And as we dive in, as I continue to say, when we're looking at numerous tapes, I'm trying to get a sense of who a quarterback is over and over and over again, what they do really, really well, or what they've done really well in college, and what they may have to improve on as they move to the next level. All right, so let's dive into this game. I thought there were some really good throws in this game. As we take a look at play number 1, okay, they're going to bring pressure off this edge. So that becomes the hot guy for Shedeur Sanders. And it looks like he peeks over here with his eyes. And you do it, come out here, boom, there's your throw right there. You know, getting better against pressure. Pressure is always something that you've got to be able to handle at the next level. I don't know how many teams really focus on that collegiately and thinking about that and hots and getting the ball out of your hands and those kinds of things. Shedeur ends up coming to the backside, which probably would have had this as a hot throw, but UCF pops the defensive end out to the backside. It's one of the reasons why I like to see pressure, attack pressure. You know that there's a void there when somebody comes off of one side. You're never quite sure what's going to happen on the other side. So they pop the guy out, and now we get our free hitter from this side. Don't really have anything open for us on the backside, and once again becomes a scramble situation. Now we're throwing the ball late, cross the ball, and this one gets intercepted. But I see it all the time at the NFL level, is guys trying to solve the pressure problems by buying time and creating. And more times than not, negative plays like that happen because you don't get a chance to see and decipher what's going on. You're just trying to create because a guy's chasing you instead of just having that pressure answer. And something that I think a lot of collegiate guys have to get better at as they move to the next phase. Right? These are the things that you continue to see. When Shedeur sets his feet and feels comfortable in the pocket, his ability to deliver down the field. So here, going to be second level RPO. We're going to read this safety. This safety comes down on the play fake or hits it. We're going to hit this skinny post right back behind it. Really well done to read it, get heavy on his back foot, and drive this football for a touchdown. So those are the kind of throws that get you really excited about Shedeur Sanders. That when he gets his feet set, knows where he wants to go with the football, continuously he's accurate and consistent throwing the football in those situations. Talked about in the last tape, just getting more comfortable in the pocket, whether that's just a better offensive line or just being more confident with what he's seeing and what he's reading on each and every play. Okay, so here's another one. Comes back and sets. All right, we've got a high-low over here to this side, reading the corner right here, and he gets set in the pocket as if he wants to throw it, and I'm not sure what takes him off of that throw to the backside. And then, of course, don't have a lot of time. And this is what we've talked about too. Like, you're in his situation the way it has been the last couple of years. You got to play on time. Got to see it and get it out. Trying to buy time and trying to live in that creative world again. Just tough to do. Ends up becoming a throwaway right here when you had an opportunity right off the bat. Love it. We're going to run the double post combination here. Boom. Going to read this safety. This safety turns and gets inside. We're going to lay that football out for the outside post. Nice job. See the throw, arm strength, puts it right on the money. Nice catch there on the back end. A really good read as that safety chases inside. And you see the arm strength putting it out there. And again, accurate down the field. One thing I really like is that when he pushes the ball down the field, he throws a very, very accurate and catchable ball. Okay? Like this one, we basically have triple hitches here, or I should say double hitches, and then we have our third guy going over the ball. Like to read outside in. So read off of this guy. He pushes outside. We look to take this one. He pushes outside. Then we replace back inside. Oh, sorry, it was a tight end that's coming out there, not the back. We read it outside. Feel like this guy pushes. Do you feel comfortable with that? This guy's pushing through, working through the process. Really like it. Quick, definitive, knows what he's looking at. Eyes are there, sets in the pocket. Quick completion, picks up 10 yards. Okay, like it. Come back, it's kind of the typical Hank combination, if anybody's familiar with that. So it's the curl flat on the outside, and then what they call an OTB over the ball with the inside. I like to read it outside in. People that run the West Coast system read it inside out. Looks like Shedeur's probably reading it inside out, or at least feels the push, because that's the key. This guy pushes through to the curl, then you replace back to the inside. But nice job right here. Boom. Seeing it, getting it out. See the push of that mic. Replaces, hits that back foot. Again, when he hits the back foot, confident in the pocket. Doesn't matter. We missed again right here. But doesn't matter. Confident, know what I'm seeing. Boom. Ball is out of my hands, and I'm making plays by knowing where to go with the football and winning the mental battle. Okay, so then I put this play on because they're basically doing the same thing right here. So these are the kind of things that I always look for. Okay, they're doing the same thing. All right, why not hit it this time? Because you hit it last time. So if you're reading it inside out, which again, no problem, even though I like reading it outside in, but you're going to read it inside out. There it is again, right in front of you, and not sure what he's seeing right here. If he's feeling like everything is condensed, maybe just step up in the pocket and rip this curl, anticipate it, let it go there as you step up. But now we come into a sack again. So I'm not sure. Again, I don't get to stand in the room and go through the film with all of these guys, but I'm just looking and trying to assess things based off of what I saw in the last play. Great job. Mike pushes through it, bang, replace. Come back with this play again. There's the OTB over the ball. Why this time do we not hit that particular one? Okay, so I'm going to go with the out in the corner. Again, we saw that a little bit earlier in the tape. Okay, thought they did a nice job. Now you could say it's there right now. Get back, take it. Even though this guy's running over, got to make him make a tackle. You've got space over there. Or you got to work back to the other side, which again is always the hard part. If we're starting over here and this is pure progression, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this guy 5. That's a lot to ask a quarterback to do. I've been saying a lot about seeing college football and all these pure progression type things. Man, either get back here and read this down the middle and this high-low right here so you can play on time, or if you like it up to the top, then you've got to come out and be ready to hit that quick out right now. One or the other. Trying to work through it, especially with your offensive line, right? Because you see right there, as soon as he gets to that point, he doesn't like it. Now it's playing backwards in the pocket. He's bouncing back, nowhere to step up, and now it's really hard to play the game. So split the field in half, decide which one you like. Great thing is, this is a combination that is good against any coverage. So if you're not sure on the backside, or just peek this as an alert, what we call an alert, see if it's there. If it's there, take it. Otherwise, get back to the front side right now so you're ready to read that on time. Again, we fall into that creative world, trying to take that shot down the field. Almost leads to a disaster. I'm really not sure why they're not picking this up. To me, it's just the Mike linebacker should be picked up no matter what. But nice job here by Shedeur. Comes back. This guy's coming free on him. Doesn't panic. Not taking off. Okay, settling in the pocket. Feeling this guy moving to replace it, knowing there's going to be a window back behind him. Love this stuff. Boom. There you see it again. Hit the back foot, stick the ball right on the money in a position for run after catch, which you see over and over again. When he can set his feet and throw, extremely accurate with the football. Okay, little half roll right here. Looks like they're trying to get something with the throw back here. Doesn't materialize the way they want to. Nice job showing the creativity, and this is one thing that I love. I think he throws the ball extremely well on the move and extremely well on the move to his left. Look at this. Effortless throw up over the top. Gets a nice completion. Love the way he turns his shoulders, and then creates a throwing line, right? His body and everything is going where he wants to throw the football. Always want to create a line when you're throwing the football. Sometimes you create it with your feet when you have your feet. When you're on the move, you got to create it with your body. Does a great job creating that line, attacking the throw, making a play down the field. Okay, really like this one here. So you got some options, right? Seeing, and it looks like he's looking left here. So I always like to ask myself, okay, why do we start left and then come back to the right? Because this is a good concept, because what you're going to see is UCF is going to run back to cover two. I like the double slant combination against cover two, probably better than I like the front side right there. Okay, you got your opportunity right there for the throw if you want it. Okay, decides to go to the other side. Okay, so the other side, I call this popcorn. So it's a pop, a swing, and a corner. All right, so if you get cover two over there, I don't really like to read this inside, although a lot of teams will just say, read it inside first, no matter what, or read the pop first, no matter what the coverage is. I like the high-low out here. So we've got a corner and a swing against a corner. So I like reading that. So he passes on the double slant, gets back here. This is what I like, right? It's this guy right here. Which one do you want to take? Does a nice job getting back there, finding it, making the throw up over the top. Again, confident in the pocket, sees it, gets it out, over the top for first down. So, as I say, don't really know what these guys are taught. So here's that play. Again, influence post, in, back, coming down through here. So something that I like against everything. I'm not really sure what this concept is. Maybe this against man coverage is where you would want this. And then down here versus a zone coverage or against a cover two. So they end up rolling it on the snap. Boom, he's there, and they go to a cover two. Not the concept that I want to read over here. I'd rather see him over to this side, reading that high-low once again over on this side. So not sure, again, if this is a pure progression, start to the right. If he thought it was going to be middle closed here, and then they got him at the last second. But once I see that rotation, there's really nothing happening for me over here to this side with these two guys. Would like to see him back to the other side. Throw's probably going to be to the check down with these backers dropping deep. But recognizing coverages, playing on time. Nobody's perfect as a quarterback. It's just something that you pay attention to as you're watching this stuff. And to have to play fast. Like sometimes you do get fooled right here. Oh, it looks like a middle close. Then on the snap, you got to be able to recognize this and then work back to the other side if that's what the defense dictates on a particular play. And again, a lot of teams are going pure progression, saying, hey, you got to look over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Takes too long. It's too hard to do that. You got to be able to decipher things on the snap, eliminate things so you can play a little bit faster. Another nice job spinning out of it and creating. Going to his left, turning his hips, making a play, getting something positive going on a play that looked like it was going to be a sack. All right, so the pressure, again. So again, kind of a weird situation because they're going to run a combination out this side. And the way they're blocking this is they're going to slide backside. So this guy becomes a free guy. So we've seen this a couple times. And again, I go back to, is this pure progression where we say you're going to always start to the right? Or does the quarterback have to figure out which side to read based off of coverage and based off of pressure? Okay, so we come out and we're hot over here. This guy's coming free once again. Here's your easy hot throw back to that side. And instead we're going the other direction. Okay, so a lot of times this is a pure progression. Teams will read this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so a lot of times that's what happens. Not sure why Shedeur's coming back to this side because for me, I don't like the pure progression. So I have no problem with him coming back here because he's got 3 guys against 2 underneath defenders. So if there was no pressure, so if this guy was falling off to the backside, I would do exactly what Shedeur's doing. I would say split the ball down the middle and find your numbers. 2 receivers up top. Oh, they got 2 defenders. 3 receivers down low. They've got 2 defenders. Go down low. But always have to verify that we're not hot first. So a hot situation here. So he can't get the ball out as fast as he wants. And again, the pressure actually comes quicker from the front side because we miss again right here. I see it. I get it. So he may have been sacked anyways on this particular play. But for me, I want to see him recognize the free hitter and just dump the ball off. Let his guy go make a play for him. But be aware of where the pressure issues are on every particular play. Okay, we'll finish here on this one. All right, so it's a 4-strong play. A lot of teams come back here with a slant. If you like it, take it. This guy stays back here, go read it to the front side. So we're going to have a hook, a sled, which is a swing lead, and then a corner right here. And UCF actually plays it pretty well. Maybe had the slant backside if you wanted it, but he ends up working to the front side, no problem. And so normally you wouldn't expect this guy to take off running, and so you might have a lead blocker on the swing right here, but they do a nice job of running through that. I don't think he's able to see the hook back behind it because of the timing, but what I really like is ability to process through this. Doesn't really like that, and you see it. He kind of is moving his hips, wants a throw, doesn't like it. And it is a beautiful throw up over the top. They don't end up completing this, but the reason I put it on here is because I just love when these guys can change the way they throw a football. Sometimes they have to drive it. Sometimes the defender's in a trail technique, and so you've got to lay the football up over the top to give your guy a chance. He does that right here. Really good coverage. Guy gets in there at the last second, but really good throw on top of it, and just once again shows me the ability to pace the football, and I think Shedeur does that extremely well. Okay, so there is tape number 2 on Shedeur Sanders, and you see, once again, a lot of really, really good stuff in this video. Getting the ball out when he gets his feet set, the ability to drive the football, the ability to touch the football up and over the top, throwing a very, very catchable ball. You don't see a lot of guys drop passes from Shedeur because he paces the football extremely well. Things to continue to work on, right? More comfort in the pocket. When he's comfortable in the pocket and standing in there, you see what he does. He delivers it just about every single time when he's confident in what he's seeing and he's confident in what's going on in front of him. The hot situations, the pressure situations, have to continue to work on getting better and identify where the quick throws are. Identify where the hot defender is so you can get the football out of your hands. And again, we have to remember, I don't sit down and talk with these guys. I don't go through every play. I don't talk to them about how often they sit in meeting rooms and talk about protection. What I'm trying to do is look forward and saying, hey, here's what they showed that was really, really good on tape. Here are some things on tape that continually show up that they're going to have to get better at the next level. Not trying to hate on anybody, right? I know you have people out there that are huge fans of Shedeur, and they should be. I think he's the second best quarterback in terms of draftable in this draft. I really like a lot of things that he does. Same with Cam Ward, but they've also got some things they have to work on, as every quarterback does, going from college to the NFL. So I am simply trying to give you a breakdown of what I see on tape, what I consistently see on tape, game after game and throughout games, so we get a sense of where they're at, what they did well, where they're going to have to improve if they're going to become superstars at the NFL level.